Yes, sir. We're back. Combat Coffee Club, 786 Sports. We're here once again after a post UFC 318. Max Holloway defeats Dustin Diamante Poirier. Man, that was a special card. We had a live stream here at the studio. Shout out to everybody that watched, everybody that came through. A lot of people in the building. It felt like it was a special fight. It was a card for Dustin, and yeah, man, it was bittersweet. It was sad to see him lose, but it was great to see him go out like that. I think everyone was like way more invested in this fight than usual. I can't really remember the last time I was so like balls deep in a fight week or fight month where you're just watching every video, every embedded, every recap, every interview that this guy does. But yeah, man, it was special. Just the whole week, the tribute. I mean, for sure they've never done a retirement fight, a tribute like this for any fighter in the organization. I mean, they've definitely done tributes and announcements and done video packages in the ring, but this was like an all out. I'm talking about from start to finish. It felt like it was a big deal, and it was a big deal. I mean, this guy's been in the sport since he was 17, 18 years old from Lafayette, Louisiana, and he's been training like a dog, and he's just like I said, he's done it the right way, and I think everyone just kind of admires him for being a good dude inside and outside the octagon. So I mean, he was just getting his flowers all week, man. I mean, he had Lil Wayne walking him out, New Orleans legend, and he was just getting his flowers from every which way, which was crazy. I can't imagine going into a fight where you got to face another man like Max Holloway, but all week you're thinking about, man, this person, like just all the love, all the emotions going into a fight week that's already stressful and emotional, but he did it, man. He showed up, and 5 rounds war wasn't as close as maybe he thought it was, but I'm just glad he didn't get knocked out, man. He had some good moments in the fight. I think he had him hurt. Obviously, the second round he had him hurt. He went for the ghillie. The Ghillie Gang, shout out Full Violence. I got my Ghillie Goose Gang shirt on. We went crazy. I mean, everyone just, you see the reactions online, man. Everyone was going insane when he pulled the ghillie because, I mean, that would have been storybook ending, Cinderella story to go out like that. You heard him talk about it after, and he doesn't regret it. And, I mean, you never know. You never know what could happen. And it was only 7 seconds left in that round. But man, he really showed up, and it was just one of those fights. You didn't want it to end, but you also wanted it to end. For his sake. I mean, even you saw the last 10 seconds. We knew they were going to point to the middle of the octagon, and they were going to square up. And he wanted no part of that. Uh, he's he's a smart veteran, and even he could have left it all out there, but he's smart. Like he don't want to go toe to toe with Max Holloway, who's really about that life. And I think Max Holloway was overlooked all week because obviously it was all about Dustin. But man, how good did Max Holloway look coming off a knockout loss? You never know how you're gonna recover from that. But he probably looked as best as he's ever looked. And you hear Dustin say it after, like I was throwing 1-2s, he was already throwing 3-4, so he could tell the difference. And what's crazy is these guys are still only 33, 35, 36. Dustin is. They got years left in them, but in fight years, they're like 40 something because they've just been fighting and grinding since they were teenagers, basically. So it was great to see overall the fight week, the fight night. I think having Max Holloway as an opponent was the perfect person to send them home. Not send them home, but, send them to retirement. It was just good vibes. Sometimes like these cars, like you watch UFC every Saturday, and sometimes they get a little. I don't want to say robotic, but you lose that emotion, and this one just brought it back where you're like, oh yeah, that's right, man. Like you get invested in these guys. It's crazy, man, and they just leave it all out there. But yeah, I mean, great fight overall. Dustin, great freaking career overall. Never won a title, but who cares, man? There's something about doing things the right way for a long time and just always showing up. And like I said, he's had three chances at a belt. That in itself, I mean, he fought Khabib, he fought Oliveira, and he fought Islam for a belt, and he won an interim belt against Max, and on their second fight. Just his roster of fights alone, if you stack him up against some of former champions, it's wild, man. He fought the top of the division for so long, and he was always at the top, and that's not easy to do in the fight game, man. So hats off to Dustin Poirier, amazing career. Yeah, man. And I mean, the card overall was a pleasant surprise, man. Let's see. We had obviously Max Holloway defeated Dustin Poirier, which they didn't get a fight bonus, was insane. Paulo Costa and Daniel Rodriguez, those fights got the bonus. Paulo Costa looked like his old self. Daniel Rodriguez looked like a dog. I mean, him and Kevin Holland both just, that was fight of the night for sure. Patricio Pitbull got finally a win in the UFC against Dan Ige. It was, we thought, we were saying it on the stream, we thought that was going to be the sleeper of the night, but, it was a solid fight. And then Michael Johnson, the veteran, who actually one of the first people, I believe, to beat Dustin Poirier. Let's fact check that. Michael Johnson, Dustin Poirier. Yeah, Michael Jackson KO round one. One of the few people to put him on the canvas, man. So shout out to him. Almost 40 years old, and he looked great actually. So I mean, these guys, man, like Dustin Poirier says, he didn't want the sport to retire him, and that's why he's walking away. But who knows, man? If he would have won, people were saying he could have skipped the line, fought Ilia Topuria. That's obviously what I wanted, but didn't happen. But in the fight game, you never know. I mean, he sounds like he's definitely walking away from the game content. He's happy with what he was able to do, the life he was able to build. But man, you just never know, man, when that call comes in and it's a super fight. Who knows? Some guys, I mean, they have things going on, but it's just something about that itch to fight. It's not even about the money. It's just you miss that grind, that working towards a goal, working towards an opponent. And some guys, they just got the itch, man. They fight till they're 50, 60, So hopefully he enjoys his retirement. He's got a lot of things going on. So I'm looking forward to seeing the next chapter of his career. And yeah, man, it was a great night. Again, thank you guys to everyone that tuned in for the stream. I think we broke a personal record of viewership, so really happy about that. And we'll be doing our next stream for UFC 319. I believe that's Hamzat versus Duplessis, Dricus Duplessis, South African champion. And that will be August 16th. Let's double check that. Yes, sir. August 16th in Chicago. And that will be streaming live once again on 786 Sports for Combat Coffee Club. We out of here.